Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and thank you for watching this video. I'm Dustin Guthrie with Schooner Bay Realty here in Southwest Florida. And in today's video, I'm going to deviate a little bit from some of the more traditional videos that I do on this channel on a weekly basis and show you the side of the business, the real estate business, at least that I'm involved with, that's a little bit less glamorous. And I'm talking about foreclosure properties. For the last 15 years, it's been my privilege to represent several different banks for their foreclosure properties in Southwest Florida, all over Southwest Florida. I covered Naples, Fort Myers, Bonita Springs, out in Lehigh Acres, Cape Coral, Punta Gorda, Port Charlotte, and out here where I'm at today on Pine Island. Now, if you're not familiar with Pine Island and the cities of Bokeelia and St. James City, I did a video on this area a few weeks ago, and I think you'll really enjoy that. It tells you a lot about this area out here. But I'm at a property on Bokeelia, which is on the north side of the island. This is a brand new reverse mortgage foreclosure that I just took. It's from one of my longtime bank clients out here. And this is a little 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and it's pretty rough inside, I'll be honest with you. It needs a new roof. It looks like the roof's had a hole in it really since September of 2022 when Hurricane Ian came through this area. So somebody needs to come in here and do a lot of work, put a new roof on it. But this is a pretty cool place. It's on an acre of agricultural zoned land. It's out here right next to mango groves, so fruit tree groves, and palm tree nurseries are the next door neighbors right out here. So there's a lot you can do with this property out here. If you wanted to keep horses, chickens, whatever you really wanted to do out here, there's not much that you can't do with this agricultural zoning on it. And this property is on stilts, so while it did need a new roof from the hurricane, from the wind, there was no flood waters that got up into this house because it is built up nice and high, and it's actually out of the flood zone because of how high it is. So you don't have to have flood insurance out here if you got a mortgage on it. I will tell you that there's a lot of work here. It's going to have to be a cash-only sale, but we just got this property at $235,000, and most of that value is right in the land. So somebody can take this and make it into a really neat property. So let me take you through this real quick. So again, this is a 2-bedroom, 2-full-bath stilt home out here on Pine Island, which is just west of Cape Coral. And the property is 1.05 acres of agriculturally zoned land. The zoning code is AG2, which basically means you can do just about anything out here that you want. You can keep horses or goats or chickens, and you can even get an agricultural tax exemption under the Greenbelt law protections, and that would save you a huge amount on property taxes. I know that's what I would do if I were to buy this house. The home itself is fairly small. It only has about 1,100 square feet of living area inside, but it does have this huge screen lanai which runs the entire length of the house. And those are pocketing sliders there, so you could open this area up to the screen lanai and basically double this main lower living area. Up these stairs are where the bedrooms and bathrooms are, and this is where you're going to start to notice the bigger issues that were caused by that roof leaking for so long. Again, this roof has been damaged since September of 2022, so we're talking almost a year and a half of being open to the elements here. Now, I will say I don't think this is a complete gut job. I think a lot of the stuff in here could be salvaged. Having seen so many of these properties, I kind of get a feel for what needs to be gutted and what doesn't, and I think there are some salvageable elements here, but tons of work for sure. Lovely, isn't it? Believe it or not, the one that I got before this one was in Cape Coral, and it was in far worse condition. We seem to be getting a lot of these foreclosures that have had storm damage. That's probably one of the reasons that they ended up going back to the bank, because normally, especially for these reverse mortgage foreclosures, the bank only gets them back if the person either passes away or moves out of the house. That's when the mortgage is called. And so typically, especially over the last few years, most people still have equity in their home, so it doesn't necessarily make sense for them to let it go back to the bank. But for these storm damaged ones, I think it makes more sense why we're seeing these. You know, overall, though, I think it's a pretty cool design, this little house is. I mean, the way it's got 2 levels like that. It's got those upper windows that let a lot of that natural light in. Of course, it has the huge screen lanai down there. Pretty cool little house for somebody that can fix it up. So these days, these foreclosures are a little bit smaller aspect of my business in general. I usually work with people that are maybe like yourself, you know, investors or traditional buyers and sellers here in the Southwest Florida real estate market. But I do get these foreclosures still. I get maybe 1 or 2 every month or so. Now going back, you know, 15 or so years after the 2008 financial crisis, the real estate market here was in such bad shambles, such bad shape that there was nothing to buy or sell out here. And as a realtor, I had to go out there and really hustle and work my butt off to impress a few of the different regional and national banks around here to get them to give me their foreclosure listings. And I've done over 1,000 of these sales in the last 15 years. So I know the ins and outs of this business pretty well. This particular one is a reverse mortgage foreclosure. So this one operates just a little bit differently than a traditional sale or a traditional foreclosure for that matter. So if you're interested in this sort of thing, if you'd like to be on my call list whenever these properties come into my possession before they hit the market, reach out and give me a call. My contact information is down there in the description. I'll be happy to help you out. And if you're just a traditional buyer or seller in this Southwest Florida real estate market, call me anyway. Call me, text me, email me, whatever it takes. And I'll be happy to work my butt off for you as well as I did for these bank clients. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video in a few days. Thanks.